Jesus SVP is how, my guys. Karibuni sana kwenye Golden Glam, and I am your girl Miss G, aka Kingdom Drama Queen, aka Kingdom Sassy Mama, aka Kingdom Noise Maker. Yes, and we are back again with yet another video kama kawaida. So if you're new here, my name is Jedidia Nyambura Gishamba. This is God in Glam, and we talk about God. We talk about life. We bring the two together and we see how it ought to live life the kingdom way. So if you're new and you feel that you would want to join the G fam, that's what we call ourselves. We're the G fam. We're the OGs. We're the G. We're the G fam. So if you want to join the G fam, you just have to do one thing. Just hit that subscribe button, and officially you shall be part of the G fam. And so that you won't be left out, you just have to press that. What is it called? Why do I always keep on forgetting that? I think it's the notification bell. Yeah, hit that notification bell so that you can be alerted whenever there is a new video. So that manzi, don't be left out. Come on, don't be left out. I mean, the rest are getting information, and you're just out there. You're just no. That's not how we do it. That's not how we do it. But if you're a returning subscriber, you know how we do it. It's vibes on vibes, vibes on vibes. Yes, guys, thank you so much for joining me for this particular video. And without much ado, let's get straight into today's video. Now, first of all, I have to really apologize for the noise that's behind. There is a construction that's going on behind me, so, well, not behind me, guys. Behind my house. Yeah, behind my apartment. Yeah, anyway, there's a construction that's happening behind that, so you'll just hear a bit of cuckoo and kaka and doo over there, but please just focus on me, focus on moi. Il est bien? It's good? Kai, is that good? Il est bien, I think. Il bien, il est bien. French. I used to do French in high school. In Form 1 and Form 2, and then I dropped. Anyhow. Today's video, as you can see clearly, it's either morning or night, but I'll just tell you, this is morning. It's in the morning. I haven't showered, I haven't done anything. I've just gotten up and immediately I'm looking at the other side of the video. Oh Lord. Yeah, so it's morning and I've just woken up. Yeah, so something happened today morning. Let me just give you a background story of what has led to this particular video. So something happened today morning. So I wake up in the morning at around 5:30, 6. And then I'm like, let me put some music so that I can just have my time with God. And yeah, so I wash out my laptop, and then when I wash it, of course I'm going to YouTube. Then I get a notification from my channel, part of the comment section, and then I see this notification. It's a comment from a very close friend of mine who we were with in high school. And then I get that notification from her. And then I remembered, oh my God, it's been such a long time since we actually talked to this friend of mine. It's been a very long time. I just see her on Instagram. I just see her on Instagram and her posts. But we've never really talked. I lost her number. I think she also lost mine, or rather she doesn't have mine. So we didn't really talk. And then it just reminded me of high school. So I came to a place of nostalgia. I became nostalgic. And I was like, oh my God, high school. And then today morning, I was in a very thankful mood to God. I was in a really, really you see those moments that you just feel that you just want to thank God. You just feel almost towards God, and it's specifically just about Thanksgiving. And I was in a Thanksgiving mood. So I was like, wow, Lord. Now that one friend made me made me start remembering about my friend, like those people that I considered to be in my circle, my tight circle in high school. And I was like, oh wow, oh wow. And then yesterday, um I went to Facebook and I was just looking at my previous post from Facebook. And then I came across something that I had written when I was still in high school. I think I was in Form 4. Yeah. I came across something that I had written when I was still in high school. And this is what it says. This is what I had written. This was a post. Uh, I posted this on the 27th of April in 2018. By then I was in Form 4. Yeah. So this is how it goes. I was thinking, what is a good relationship? Is it the one where we're always there for each other, or the long lasting one, or that is smooth, or one that is smooth all the way? This has been a question I've had for such a long time. The funny thing is that I've even been praying for good relationships, be it parent child, friend friend, teacher to student, leader to follower, all types of relationships, not knowing what it is I want. The Holy Spirit revealed to me that relationships are not about how long they last or about the number of happy moments shared. Rather, relationships are measured by the impact made. When they get into any type of relationship, what kind of impact do you leave on your fellow being? I may not be there for the whole of your life, but my impact shall be with you for the rest of your life. Anywhere you go, anyone you meet, make an impact, a positive one to be precise. Don't look for a long lasting relationship that has no impact in your life. Look for one that brings out the best in you. I desire to become a daughter that the parents shall always be proud of, a sister that the siblings can count on, a friend that leaves a smile on a dull life, a leader that turns the cowardly sheep into mighty warriors, a wife that shall create a home for the husband, a mother that the children will always run to, and most importantly, a soul that is available for the Lord to use. What of you? Hashtag all for Jesus. That was a post on the 27th of April 2018. And right now I look back, because as I said, I'm talking about my high school moments. Yeah, I'm talking about my high school moments. Right now, I'm looking back, and all those people that we were really close with, my tight friend, like this. Right now, we ain't tight. Right now, we don't even talk. Right now, I don't even know where they are. The only thing, the closest I can come to them is on Facebook or Instagram posts. Social media is the closest I have to them. I don't have their contacts. And even those that I have their contacts, we don't really talk. But today, in just that mood of Thanksgiving, I came to realize how much of an impact my relationship with those ladies had. My high school friends, those that I considered tight, I they're my testimony. They're my testimony. Oh guys, I'm sorry if I get emotional. ah, it was, they were very innocent relationships. There's not much that we had known. in terms of life. I mean, because you're just straight out of primary school, you come into high school, and you don't really have much of a life out there. But you're just living the life of a teenager with the normal challenges of today we are friends, tomorrow someone has done what, so you have fallen out, and the next day you reconcile. But apart from the breaking up and the making up in the high school friendships, they molded so much in me, because majority of my friends had very, very tough stories. I don't know why God connected me to people that had really faced it. Had really faced it differently. Interestingly, they were so different. Their encounters, their experiences were so different, but each and every one of them had a story. They were only 18, they were only 17, they were only 16, 15, 14 in high school, but they had really faced it rough. They had really faced it rough. And I got to see God working in their lives. I got to experience it was such, you see, as I have written, I thought that good relationships were about how long lasting they were, but not really. Not really. It's about the impact they created. Those are friends that we cried with. Those are friends that we laughed with. Those are friends that we shared memories with. Those are friends that we went through tough times together in high school. I remember there's this one friend of mine. If she watches this, she will know. If you guys, so I don't know whether in your high schools there was this, but all of a sudden there was just an outbreak of this thing about legs swelling. Yeah. Whew. So yeah, there was an outbreak of legs swelling, and what is it called? What is it? Is it what is it? I can't remember the name. But there's ishia bones. Yeah, there's ishia bones. And one of my friends got it when she was in Form 4. It was a tough time. It was a tough time. She was in and out of school. She was actually my cupmate. So right, one day she's fine. Then like she was just seated during class. She was just seated during class. And after the lesson, like she said, then all of a sudden she gets up and she couldn't get up. She literally couldn't get up. And her back was aching. A sharp pain was going through her back. And all of a sudden, from that, like it was just a flip of a second, and everything about her life changed. All of a sudden, she couldn't walk well. She was walking in pain. And all that time we were together. We used to take an hour to walk from class. From our cube all the way to her class. She went through that for a very long time, in and out of class, in and out of school. But in that period of time, I saw what friendship looked like. I saw the importance of friendship, because apparently it just became like a whole clique of friends. When my friends were there, we helped her, we cheered her up, we prayed together, we prayed together. Ooh. That was a tough time. That was a tough time. But I saw what a good relationship is. That in the good times, you guys are having a good time. But even in the bad times, you're still there. Emotional support, physical support. Yani, whatever she was going through, I was going through. Like, I felt it. So there was that. Then there was this other time that one of my friends, all of a sudden from nowhere, like now this one friend goes, her situation worsens, and then she goes home, and then that same day, one of my other friends who was in the same squad, all of a sudden she loses her memory. Like, yeah, she loses her memory, and then in a flip, she gets up. She can't remember anything, and the only person she could remember was me and another friend of hers. Now the friend among the squad that was in her class. Those are the only two people that she could remember. She couldn't remember anyone else. Plus her mom. She couldn't remember her classmates. She couldn't remember teachers. She couldn't remember anyone. That broke me. I was broken. I was so broken. I'm like, what is happening to my friends? What's wrong? What's wrong? And then as time goes by, even me, even she couldn't remember anything. And mind you, I've just come from taking someone home who is going through this. And then I had this other friend who was going through depression in high school. Oh man, high school gave me. Any high school was just a whole experience by itself. I experienced the good part of it, pertaining friendships, but I also experienced what being there in tough times looked like. And you know what? Despite everything, we conquered. We conquered. Like, we conquered. We came out of school and we conquered. Yo, with these friends, each and every one of them, they can attest to God being present in their lives. And I was just reminiscing on that. In that period of time, I realized how faithful God was. You know how faithful God was. I don't think if I didn't go through high school and if I didn't meet the friends I made, as much as we don't talk right now, as much as they're far away from me right now, as much as all the things between then and now have happened, if I didn't go through those friendships, I don't think I'd be the person I am right now. I don't think. And you see, I've come to realize that in each and every experience you go through, if you're not able to trace God in it, I promise you will never have the full experience of that experience. You will never have the full experience of that experience. You see, when the Bible says that the Lord, I think it's in Romans 8:28. Is it Romans 8:28 or 32? I'm not sure. I'll just put it out there. That all things happen together for good for those who love the Lord and who are called according to his purpose. That thing is so real. The goodness of a situation is only pegged on how much you can find God in that situation. You see, those experiences would have just gone as far as these experiences. But the mere fact that I have been able to trace God and find God in those experiences, I have experienced the fullness of those experiences. I have experienced the goodness of those experiences with my friendships, with my relationships. There are certain characters and certain traits in me that have been molded through that. And I miss my friends. I miss my friends. They And I really pray for those friends. I pray for you guys. If you're watching this video, I pray for you. And I pray that you may never forget where God brought you from. You know what we went through together in God. You know what we went through together in God. May you never forget that. And I don't know how your lives are right now, but remember, He is still faithful. He is still faithful. If He was with us through high school, if He was with us through high school, He is faithful. You can attest to the faithfulness of God in that period of time. You can attest, despite the hardship of illnesses, despite the hardship of just all those hardships, despite all that, the good times we shared, the memories, you can remember the goodness of the Lord in high school. Please don't forget that. Don't forget that. Don't forget that. You'll remember what? You remember in choir. Apparently, all my friends were in choir. And I was the choir mistress. And oh wow. You remember the times that we shared in choir, right? You remember the times that we shared in choir. You remember the dreams. Please hold on to them. Life gets tough. Life gets tough. Ooh, we have rough times, but those good moments were not an illusion. They were real. Those beautiful dreams and ambitions that we had in high school, they were not an illusion. No, God doesn't work that way. He doesn't work that way. Those were seeds that we were planting into our future. Because I remember with all my friends, I asked them, what do you desire to do in your future? What do you see? Those things that you said, they were not in vain. I pray that those close friends of mine get to watch this. Those things that you used to tell me about, they're not in vain. And I am declaring over your life that those seeds that were planted in high school, those godly seeds that were planted in high school, that they may become fruitful in your lives. Ooh, I'm praying for you guys. I'm praying for you guys. May you see God. May you find God. May you experience God. Those declarations that we made in high school, they were not in vain. They were not in vain. They were not in vain. You having a relationship with Christ then was not in vain. Life may happen, but that was an incorruptible seed that was planted in your hearts and in your life and in your future. Those prayers that we made during choir sessions, they were not in vain. Those topics we talked about, those songs that we sang in choir, they were not in vain. Those sessions that we had, we sat down, we talked about God, those times we cried together, those times that we laughed together, they were not in vain. I promise you. Right now, it may not make sense, but I speak as the oracles of God upon your lives. They are not in vain. And you shall testify of the goodness of the Lord. And you shall remember where He brought you. Remember, do not forget. Do not forget. No matter what, do not forget. Remember, remember, He is still faithful. The God that was there then is the same God that is there now. The same way we solved issues then by praying, by seeking the Lord, by talking about it with our friends, by encouraging each other, they are not in vain. They're not in vain. They're not in vain. And your lives shall bear the mark of Christ, and you shall attest of the goodness of the Lord in your lives. That's a declaration I'm making as an oracle of God. It shall be known, it shall be known that God is real. It shall be known that God is real. Those experiences were not an illusion, and you shall testify of it. I love you. We may not be talking now. You may be away. But there's one thing that holds us together. The encounters that we had back then. And it's not in vain. I promise you, it's not in vain. I love you guys so much. I love you guys. I won't mention you by name, but you guys know yourselves. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. And I look forward to meeting you in the future and seeing what the Lord has done in your lives. I look forward to that. I look forward to it.